Hi, I'm Justin Whyte. I'm from Australia and I'm here for the FGLF 2019 Literary Festival, so I'm very, very happy to be here. Yeah, it was pivotal and fundamental as to how that happened. So my parents encouraged music. My eldest brother's a professional jazz musician, my second eldest brother's a photographer, and my father introduced me to Chopin at a very young age, and he, at his primary school, would listen to a priest called Dr. Flynn playing Chopin. So he'd have his lunch and listen to this guy playing Chopin, and fell in love with that, introduced it to me, and that sort of gave me a love of, you know, that blew me away, his ability to write so prolifically such sentimental melodies in such volume that was so moving, equivalent to pop song hooks. The guy just produced, you know, thousands upon thousands. So yeah, it had a huge influence, and it's what you get exposed to and when. So yeah, it was pivotal. In the melting pot, which is Melbourne, it's got incredible Cuban musicians, Uruguayan, Spanish, Chilean, some great performers of world-class standard. I mixed with all and learnt that currency. I spent 10 years wanting to be the best salsa pianist in the world, and what happened in Melbourne is exactly what happened in New York, where salsa is called salsa because it's a sauce. So the Cuban musicians in the 70s in New York got together with the jazz musicians, and they made music and it became salsa. Same thing happened in Melbourne, where the top jazz musicians combined with the Latin musicians, and they formed groups. And I was with this that fusion where it was considered ethnic music, quite underground. The Latinos, I tried for 10 years to play authentically, and I knew I wasn't quite there, and I was doing something wrong, and I wasn't crossing the beat or thinking like a percussionist. And they said, "Muchacho, the piano is a drum." And I went, "Oh my God, it's a drum, of course." So that changed everything. And then I thought like more of a percussionist and crossed the beat, and it all changed. So as a result, all my writing it's got Latin and salsa and Latin jazz influence, house influence, classical influence for that matter. So it's just only enriched it, because I like putting poetry together in words. So now the fusion it's just enriched it so much as a result. What enticed me was an opportunity to be part of a rich melting pot of incredible talent and artists of different disciplines, from writers to dancers to filmmakers to novelists, and be part of that melting pot and share ideas and collaborations and yeah, because we're all facing the same creative challenges, and artists, it's a community. So in some places you're revered, and some places you're looked down upon, like you need to get a real job. So when artists get together and form communities, it's reaffirming of the life path that you've chosen. It's not difficult at all, actually. It's getting past their headset and their belief system, which most people think they can't do it. So my standard phrase to them is, "I'm not here to teach you anything, I'm here to remind you of something you already know." And then I work on subtext. They'll say, "What am I going to write about?" And I'll say, "Well, don't worry about the text. Let's work out what the subtext is and your message in this. Then it's easier to write the text." I'm going to get everybody to put their producer's hat on. I'm going to say, "Right, we've got an hour, we've got to make some music. We've got to produce it. I've got a little keyboard which we can record at the end." So I'm going to break down songwriting and composition, show how I do it, not as the way but a way, and show the tools that I use of connecting to the story, metaphor, subtext, and then look at other examples of work. And then in the second half we're going to try and write a song. So write something from scratch on the spot. The final segment will be Mayhem Past Midnight, and as the name suggests, I hope to be creating as much mayhem as possible, where I'll be doing some low energy, high energy, jazz, R&B, salsa, dance music. So please come down to Galle for the FGLF 2019 festival, and I hope to see you all there, and let's create some mayhem next Friday night.
When you came along, it's like I knew that song, and I just knew that I belong to your man love. I'm addicted to your man love.